Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. It is time for our day one patch review where there was a ton of stuff added to the game. Though Whizbang's workshop is not live yet, but we have a bunch of stuff to go over, including the greatest change of them all. The orange for Holiday's frog is finally orange. We got orange frogs. But we're gonna go through all the changes outside of the rewards track stuff. I will have a video later today going over all the changes in the rewards track. We'll have our new giveaway for rewards tracks and all that stuff, so stay tuned for that. That'll come out in a few hours. But we're gonna go through all the changes and the good and the bad of the latest patch, and I do want to announce our giveaway winners for the 5 mega bundles. We're gonna go with 5. We didn't quite hit 80K, but I wanted to bump it from 4 to 5 mega bundle winners, 2 regular pre-order winners. So we have the 5 mega bundle winners there. Those people have been contacted, and we have the 2 regular pre-order winners there. They've all been contacted. Thanks you all so much for your guys' support. We're gonna keep on going this reveal season, this expansion season. And again, tune in later, there'll be another giveaway. So you'll want to stay subbed and you'll want to like, comment that video to get more free stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff that went on, including, yes, Dr. Holiday now summons orange frogs, thank goodness. But there was some undocumented stuff, and also just one thing I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that the Warcraft Rumble cards are actually live in the game. You can play any of these cards in standard, in wild, you can draft them in arena. They're actually live, so check that out. They're free cards that were that'll be part of the next core set, but they pushed them live a bit early. I got the patch notes early and I still can't, read them and like put that too. But the patch notes have been updated since our video yesterday, where 5 cards were actually fully reverted that were not noted from before. First being Fail Scale Evoker gets a full revert. We knew Wild Growth was going to be reverted for like Malfurion's gift, but we thought it might just be for that. But no, Wild Growth is just 2 mana. It's in standard. It's in wild. Druid has way too much good ramp in wild in particular. Like, my goodness. But yes, Wild Growth officially now 2 mana. Boon of the Ascended was also fully reverted. Now back to 4 mana. Believe it was at 5. From the Depths now gives you -3 mana on your bottom 5 cards instead of the in-between version of 2 less mana. Like they had bumped it to 4 and then they put it back to 3 but gave it a little less mana cheat. And Thori Balor is back to being a 4/4. So 5 more cards there. I'm pretty happy with the reverts. The main card I saw some people complaining about was Sire Denathrius not getting reverted. I just feel like WoW is just another OTK for Druid. I felt like before it got nerfed in general, it was just ridiculous in Wild too. And I feel like it could just go back to that. But I do know some people really wanted to see that one reverted, and maybe a lot of change over time. But personally, I'm kind of like okay with the Denathrius not being reverted, but overall, that was the one I heard the most complaints about. So yeah, undocumented buffs, but a lot of content in the game. First, we do have the ability to favorite multiple coins now, so that's pretty good. But there are a lot of new portraits coming to Hearthstone. They're not loaded in the game quite yet, but there's going to be a lot of them, and a lot of them are like rewards track and stuff, but there's some pretty cool ones coming. And the main one I wanted to highlight, it'll probably be paid, it'll come for money for sure, but yes, King Crush gets his own portrait. That one looks really cool. And the Warlock one that'll be on the rewards track, the paid rewards track, Isle Starfall, and looks pretty sweet. And yeah, overall, tons of new portraits to check out. If you actually go to the achievements tab, they added a bunch more progression ones that you can unlock. So much so that even I don't have them all. You have to get to 4,200 total levels unlocked at all the rewards tracks. So they added even more to unlock there for free. I believe it's an Anduin one. I'm not picking it. Malfurion, and then the ones I picked a few already, but yeah, there's a bunch new ones there, so you might have some to claim. So that's always nice to see. I will talk about the achievements and stuff in the rewards track video because they have significantly decreased the amount of achievements in the game. which is fine. It kind of sucks for an achievement hunter like me, but they also decrease the XP you can get on them. So we're going to talk about that in the rewards track video because it all relates to each other. But yeah, I'm not thrilled with it, but it's also probably a net positive for the majority of the community. Like it's a weird one. We'll talk about it there. Biggest change by far though has to be the arena. It's absolute madness. So right here, I have a shaman draft, and they have made it so that you could draft every year of Hearthstone, but they made it so like every card, like they made it a select pool of those cards, and they're all insane. Like you look at my deck right now, I just drafted Shutterwalk. I think my options were like Fireheart, and you can get the quest line, you can get hero cards, and the card quality is absolutely bonkers, where you think everybody has like a freaking like super draft. Like the arena is nuts. And as you can see, I have Whizbang cards. You can draft Whizbang cards, play them early. It's just madness. The arena is ridiculous. It will not grant you Whizbang packs quite yet, but I will say if you don't play much arena, maybe you find it a little boring. It is just crazy. It is absolute insanity, and it is something that I think everybody should probably check out, at least for a couple of runs. We also got all the new silver hand recruits in the game. So these are what they look like in the game. I have to say I kind of just prefer the OG, maybe just because I've been playing with that for like 10 years or almost 10 years. I'm kind of used to it, but the color palette's a bit of a throw off. And yeah, you'll just summon them at random whenever your hero power, you just see the complete difference, right? It looks so different. And there's a lot of comments of people like kind of annoyed with it. I wish they would just give us the option of like the coin or your card back or a portrait of you get to pick whichever like your favorite is and just summon that, or have it random where you could summon them whatever, like all of them. I feel like that would kind of ease some of the complaint, because I have seen some complaints about the recruits, but they're live, and I think I'll probably get used to it and enjoy them. But right now it's like, why are my recruits different? There will also be a bunch more diamonds coming to the game, and yes, they're all paid. That does include, usually there's an achievement for a diamond card. We'll go over that in the rewards track video later. One of the other negatives, although maybe positive if you don't like diamond cards, because they replaced it with something some people like more, signatures. We'll talk about that again. Tune in later today. But Alonius will be getting its own diamond card. I personally like diamonds a lot. I think they're really cool, but they're very expensive typically, but really cool and well animated. I feel like they've gotten a lot better. If you go back at like the old Brucon, pretty brutal. King Plush will be getting a diamond. Again, we'll showcase these when they come out. They're not in the shop yet, but I like King Plush. Basically once like I think a toy train comes along, there he goes, he eats that thing, and that's pretty cool. But again, these are all going to be in the shop. Inventor Boom is another diamond that will be coming. Again, I really like when he puts the electricity together and his eyes like pop out of his goggles. It's pretty cool. There he goes, and yeah, the eyes coming out of the goggles. Pretty cool. And then the one we'll talk about in the rewards track later, this will be on the paid track. Geppetto will be another diamond. So there looks like there's 4 diamonds coming, but none of them will be available for anything but money. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great gift to us all? But yeah, we'll talk about that more in the rewards track thing, but just want to point out the new diamonds on the way. In regards to standard itself and like the meta with the reverts and all that stuff and wild, I have to say, I'm avoiding it. The Frankenstein meta of just all the cards being reverted like a Spite Last Siren. Just kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to play standard when it's another OTK deck on top of another OTK deck where, yeah, I could get 5 more health with Renethal, which by the way, again, I'm absolutely so happy my boy Prince is back. Although I have to say, why did they change the wording on the card? It used to look like that, and now it's just more text. Why can't it just say your deck size and starting health is 40, right? Like, it's weird. They didn't go back to the original version. But I've been hearing, yeah, the meta probably not the healthiest in standard this week, because yeah, all the reverts are live for all the cards, so it's just kind of crazy. But if you are into that, just like, yeah, basically standard feeling like wild gameplay, it can be pretty fun. You can play Renethal, your unnerfed wild spirit card or wild seed cards, all that stuff. But for me, I'm going to be staying in the arena pretty much the entire way until the next set comes out. Whizbang comes out on the 19th, next Tuesday. That's when we get the new core set. All these reverted cards will go to wild, and yeah, we'll have the new rewards track and all that stuff. And yes, later today we'll have our rewards track breakdown where I will go over the achievements being taken away. I will be going over a free diamond card being taken away bore some signatures. There's some stuff for the first time in a long time where I think they actually made things a little bit worse, which they haven't done pretty much since they started it. So not thrilled about it. We'll talk about it. Stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.